For Maia, 32nd pro fight, 12th in the octagon tonight. Well balanced in her skill set with 4 wins by knockout, 5 by submission. She's fought for UFC gold. She's turned back Casey O'Neill and other prospects, and now figures to want to extend her 2-fight win streak tonight in Las Vegas.
Yeah, she's coming off back-to-back wins, Fitzy, and she's also got a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to match Araujo's black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think we're really going to see the boxing combinations and the punch count of Jennifer Maia as she fights in all these matchups. That's generally what gets her ahead. I don't expect it to be any different in this matchup. If she's going to utilize any style, it's going to be get ahead on the combinations. She's not a one-punch, sit-down, significant power puncher. She's a punches and bunches, set up the angle, and then look for a takedown, and then dominate position over submission, and then if all that generates the finish, she gets it. But if it doesn't, she gets ahead on the scorecards, gets you behind, and gets you trying to chase her while she's ahead on the scorecards, and then when you start chasing her, she looks for the finish. She has a very strategic game plan, Jennifer Maia, and she's not somebody that you can doubt.
Absolutely not. I mean, and certainly when you look, again, the level of competition on her side, quite frankly, it's ridiculous. It's the fight that she had against Casey O'Neill back in March in London that really impressed me and showed the evolution of her game and the improvements in the stand-up. She was in perpetual motion, moving around the octagon and really picking her shots. Beautiful boxing on display, and I can't help but think that she's going to use that same kind of approach, because against Casey O'Neill, she was extremely dominant, and you could see the improvements. And yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what she's going to try and do here tonight.
Time for our co-main event. It comes in the women's flyweight division. Here's the tale of the tape. Jennifer Maia, 2 years younger than Viviane Araujo, is 36 years old. Pro-fighter 5 feet 4 inches tall. We highlight the sizable edge and reach for the small betting underdog. 4 inches in reach. Lie with Araujo. Here's Joe Martinez.
And all fight fans, here we go with the next fight tonight. 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighed in at the flyweight limit, 126 pounds, and in 16 fights. Holds a record of 11 victories with 5 defeats. Fighting out of Brasilia, Brazil. Here is Viviane Araujo. And across the octagon, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. Her background, Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. At 5 feet 4 inches tall, she weighed in officially 125 pounds. Her record stands at 21 victories, 9 defeats, with 1 draw. She is the UFC's number 9 ranked flyweight contender in the world. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil. Here is Jennifer Maia. And your referee in charge of the action is Mark Smith.
Veteran referee Mark Smith will handle the action in the octagon. 2 more fights from Las Vegas. A top 10 ranking on the line between Jennifer Maia and Viviane Araujo.
Viviane, ready? Jennifer, ready? Fights on.
Brazil on both sides. This fight clock is brought to you by Cuervo. Araujo is in the yellow, Jennifer Maia is in the black.
I think the person who's able to establish the jab first for these two will really be the one who gets ahead on the strikes and gets the range, because both of them utilize their jab to find everything.
Now, I know I spoke a lot about Jennifer Maia's boxing, but Araujo, she's got fast hands as well. Very, very crispy combinations. Both very good on the ground as well. Good jiu-jitsu. And they both fought great competition.
Oh. Maia stopped Araujo in her tracks with that jab.
Jab is the key to the game for both of these two. Whoever can establish the jab better will get ahead on the strikes, I believe, and the pressure.
Yeah, so far we're seeing the exact same strategy, as I said, that she used in the Casey O'Neill fight. Constantly moving. In that fight, though, Casey O'Neill was walking her down the entire time. And Maia was able to counter it successfully, you know, throughout the duration of the fight. O'Neill landed shots, of course, but it was a clear victory for Maia. So let's see if Araujo has learned from that and maybe try and make Maia go first sometimes. When you go first, obviously, you always take a risk because the hands have to come back to the face. When the hands are out and they haven't connected, there's an opening there to get caught with something.
Our next UFC Fight Night is 3 weeks from tonight, and it will mark the UFC's much-anticipated return to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Sold-out Brazilian crowd will be rocking when they welcome their own red-hot heavyweight monster, Jailton Almeida. He takes on the UFC's all-time knockout king, the ever-popular Derek Lewis. Main card is yours at 8 Eastern, exclusively on ESPN+.
And I'm looking forward to that one.
Should
we'll
be a
all
great
be there.
trip down south of the equator with you gentlemen.
We'll all be there, and they're throwing down now. I tell you what, that's a different matchup for Jailton Almeida.
Yeah, sure is.
Going from a wrestler to the knockout king in the Black Beast.
Cruz, how do you feel about being roommates with me on that trip? Did they tell you yet?
Yeah, I got the bottom buck, and they're gonna be on top.
You want to do
Don't
top
ever
and tail?
forget that.
You know what that is?
No.
Top and tail?
Oh, is that
Yes.
head to foot?
Yeah. What do you guys call it? Head to foot?
I don't know.
Jump in, Cruz.
Is that an English thing?
Yeah.
Sounds like something you'd be doing.
I'll just put you in my pocket.
Sounds like a bit of a ding-dong, if you ask me.
Moving on.
Halfway through the first round. A big exchange.
Yeah, and it was earlier. I mean, granted, they are taking the time. It's because every time they do engage, they're trying to knock each other's heads off. That's why, you know, anytime they enter, there's massive consequences. So they can't be reckless.
First grappling exchange, it was Araujo that started it, landed a big right on the break.
Yeah, she clipped her there, knocked the head back of Maya.
90 seconds to go, round one. Each with a handful of submission wins on their record. Oh. 0 to 60 real quick.
1-4-3 is what we're seeing out of Araujo. That 1-4-3 is what she's looking for. That's where she feels the most power. Whenever you're seeing Maya step in, she's looking to time that combination on her way in. But Maya always feinting, always faking, never really completely committing. It's going to be hard to land that heavy combo.
Jennifer Maya trying to change levels there, unsuccessful, lands a couple of strikes.
Yeah, really good timing.
Up top.
Really good timing there from Maya. Good hips from Araujo, but Maya didn't drive through. You're going to run your feet, you're going to go right through your opponent.
Second round upcoming between these Brazilian flyweights.